I'm Carissa Chappelle, and I'm at REITWeek in New York, and joining me today is John Guinee, Managing Director with Stifel Nicolaus. Thanks for joining us today, John.
Well, thank you.
The economic downturn clearly hurt demand for office space. What have been some of the most effective strategies that you've seen REITs deploy?
The first primary is to recognize that absorption would be very difficult and to essentially buy occupancy. The primary strategy was what we call blend, extend, and don't spend. Keep your space full without spending a lot of capital dollars. The second strategy would be to sell vacancy. A number of companies have done that very effectively: Corporate Office Property Trust, Liberty, Duke Realty. Then a third strategy is to anticipate those recovering markets and buy opportunistically in those markets. Kilroy and Boston Properties plus SL Green have been very effective with that strategy.
The industrial sector has witnessed consolidation in the last 18 months, primarily through the merger of A&B and Prologis. Do you expect that trend to continue?
We do not expect that trend to continue in industrial, nor do we expect it to trend in most other property types. The reason for that is the access to capital, both public and private debt, public and private equity, is very advantageous for the public companies relative to private companies, which results in management feeling it being much more desirous to be public rather than private. The second issue is that the risk-return trade-off of being public versus private in terms of individual liability for senior management is much more favorable to be public. So we see very little companies sell, and we see a long line of companies who would like to become public.
Do you foresee much international expansion by U.S. REITs in the near term?
Well, Prologis, which is the one global industrial REIT that's domiciled in the U.S., we continue to see a lot of development from them. There's two reasons you develop. One is attractive yields, and then the other is to monetize your land or to eliminate your land carry by putting it into service. And we see Prologis PLD being very aggressive in that avenue. Regarding the other REITs that are U.S. REITs, most of those are U.S. only, and we don't consider Canada and Mexico to be that far-reaching. But all of those we see tremendously interested in doing development in the U.S., both for attractive yields and to monetize the land. But we do not see those other REITs going global.
Thanks so much for joining us today, John.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.
I'm Carissa Chappelle for REIT.com.